All right, Brown Balls Podcast. We are back in the house. How you doing, brother?
Salute, my man.
Oh, what's
Salute.
happening? Oh, you almost lost that bet. You almost lost that bet.
Salute.
But of course, we're going to talk about a lot of NBA playoffs today. We got maybe a MLB news that we might get into quickly, but a lot of stuff happening in NBA world. A lot of surprises. So let's start off there.
Yes,
I guess
sir.
the most recent surprise, right? So, actually, the breaking news of today. Yesterday, the Detroit Pistons beat the Orlando Magic. They were down 3-1. Pistons they came all the way back to win Game 7. Just a couple hours ago, the Magic had just fired Mosley, their head coach, after that disastrous of a playoff run after 5 years of coaching the Orlando Magic. So, what are your thoughts, man? I mean, I know you were high on Detroit. I'm still not quite sold on Detroit. I think they a lot of exposure happened. Tobias Harris has to come through. I was hoping for Jalen Duren to show up, but he still hasn't found his way back to Detroit yet. But Tobias Harris came back. But yeah, the Magic firing their head coach, all that kind of stuff. What are your thoughts?
You know what, man? The writing was on the wall. Even during the
Yeah,
season, they had such a disappointing season, especially Eastern Conference being so much up in the air. They traded 4 first-round picks for Desmond Bain, which was a
yeah,
marquee acquisition. I mean, they
yeah. It
needed
was
a shooter. They got
surprising.
a perfect, third option. I mean, they overpaid for that for first-round picks,
Yeah,
but they really thought that getting Desmond Bain will basically cement them to be a top 2, top 3 team in the East. And obviously, injuries happen. As you can tell with the Lakers, injuries happen, and that's where the coaches got to come in and use their plays and what they could do, get best out of every player, right? And that's the thing that got Mosley fired basically because Franz Wagner was in and out of the lineup this year during the season. But again, you still had your first number 1 player and number 3 available still the whole season, right? Which is Paulo
yeah.
Banchero and Desmond Bain. But you were always still mediocre. Basically, you were always like on the bottom, like 7th or 8th or maybe 6th. They never got into that top like 5 or 6. They're always 7th or 8th. They struggled throughout the season, and there's always bickering going on with Paulo Banchero and and the head coach. And the rumors were already flying through the window that hey, he's gonna get fired. He
Yeah.
It was looking like he was gonna save his job because if they did beat Detroit, I think they would have gave him the beginning of
Of the
next year
year.
and see how
Yeah.
everything works out. But being up 3-1, man, and not able to close the deal, and losing. I mean, once he got to Game 7, I knew they were gonna lose because Game 7 always favors a home court team, man, no matter what.
Yeah.
And in that case, you can tell like Game 6, the way they performed, they were playing well. They played well in the first half. Everything was going down, and in the second half, they were. Dude, I don't know if you know, but the second half of Game 6, they're only held to 19 points.
Yeah.
That's insane,
That was
man.
crazy.
They broke the NBA record of missing field goals. I think it was 23 straight missed field goals. They did.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're the coach, you gotta like drop a play to get foul at least. Go down low, do something. Stop shooting from outside. If it's not working for you, don't shoot outside shots. I knew this was gonna happen, man. This team really underachieved a lot. I mean, this team is talented if you look at it. 1 through 15, they're a very talented team, man. So let's see who comes in there. But I knew this was gonna happen, man. I thought he would save his job if he would have won this series, but he didn't. He lost. He collapsed. That's my
Yeah,
take
I
on that,
think
man.
like the Magic were just waiting for the first domino, right? It was though like the play-in, they lost the first game, and then they ended up beating the Hornets to make it to the final, into
Exactly.
the playoffs. But if they didn't win that, they would have fired him then. If they would have gotten swept hypothetically by a pitch, he would have been gone. And then now getting and losing in 7, he's gone. Like, I think they were just waiting for it. It was inevitable, right? This is one of those situations where I think the coach I don't know how much of an input he had on paying for Desmond Bain. Desmond Bain is a good player, not 4 first round picks kind of good player. That's a Kevin Durant, LeBron James kind of move you would make, not necessarily for Desmond Bain. He's not that kind of a player, right? So
Exactly.
I'm just not sure if I mean maybe just like it was one of those things where like you just don't know what you're gonna get. But yeah,
I
I
mean,
can yeah,
I was gonna say Anthony Davis cost 2 first round picks.
exactly.
Trey Young costs nothing, no
Yeah,
first
no
round
first round
picks.
pick. Yeah, so I just don't know like where they thought that was a good idea. So it was a matter of time. And honestly, they need to have uh Paul Banchero. I just don't, I don't believe in that guy anymore. I thought he was a good, very athletic player, but he is on that same pathway that Aaron Gordon is, which is, which is funny because Aaron Gordon's also from the Magic too, but
Number
he's
two
on the
pick.
same pathway where like he can be a good role player slash second option sometimes. He can be a good 3 and D, but he's not going to be the main guy. You need to have somebody to be the main guy,
Tobias
like how
Harris.
Aaron. Exactly. Somebody there, right? So I think, I just don't. I'm not quite sold on Banchero as the main guy. Franz
I
Wagner is good too, but he's a good role player as well.
I told you, man, in that team they have. I mean, even though Paulo Banchero was number 2 pick or number 1 pick,
Hmm.
sorry, and Franz Wagner was a top 5 pick or whatever, top 6. But again, Banchero, man, I always told you his this decade's Josh Smith, man. He plays just like Josh Smith. Nothing from
Yeah.
outside, overpowering and dunking, and I mean he doesn't really dunk, but like just overpowers you
Yeah.
and makes a layup, right? If I'm Paul Banchero, man, I would get into the lab like today. My season ended today. I'll hire the top shooting coach out there. Like lethal shooter. Who's
Hmm.
really famous of teaching how to people shoot. Get him in the summer in the gym right now, man, and learn how to shoot the ball. Be more confident. Because I'll be honest with you, man. If Paulo Banchero can learn how to be confident and become a lethal shooter, like a very good shooter, and
Hmm.
develop that into his game, he can actually become a superstar in this league. He has all the
Think so?
intangible because the thing is this, right? The only thing he's missing is a shot. He doesn't have a shot, right? And everyone just gives him space, right? But if he can somehow, like, not a superstar, he'll become an all-star in this, like, for like how Vince Carter was or Tracy McGrady was, like an all-star for like 10 years, If he can just develop that shot, man, he's a walking mismatch if you look at it, right?
It could be.
He
Yeah.
can't be guarded by a 2, he can't be guarded by a 3. He can't be guarded by a 4 either because he'll run over go around you and be too fast, right? He's a walking mismatch. And so if he can just get into the lab and just shoot, and learn how to shoot and be confident, I mean, sky's the limit for this guy, man. That's what I feel.
Yeah, I think he can learn to shoot, right? I agree with you there, but I think his confidence is the thing that
That's the thing.
struck me the most in this playoff. Is like, yeah, he had a couple of good games where he scored a lot of points, but it's like one of the things where like either he'll start off hot and he'll keep going, and that's it, then he'll get the juices going. But if he goes cold, he doesn't have confidence to pull himself
Nope.
back up. So that's why
Nope.
I think with stars like LeBron or like Kobe, whoever, right, or even like Luca, like they may go 1 for 17, but they're gonna go for the next 5 shots. No matter what happens, I gotta get the
Yeah,
ball. I gotta be dominant. So like that's just how their mentality is. He has to develop that. I don't think he can.
I
That's
agree
more
with
of a non tangible thing that like it's hard for many people to develop.
I agree with you.
Yeah, I just this team I think was projected to be pretty high. They had a pretty high ceiling or seeding last year. So I think they projected them to be over 50 win team this year, and I think they won 45. And there was a lot of issues that happened even just to get to 40. So,
You know who would be a
yeah,
good
I guess
coach
it's a
for
matter
this
of
team?
time.
You know who would be a good coach for this team? Tom Thibodeau. They need structure. They need a
Yeah,
hard nosed, old school coach that keeps everyone accountable. And doesn't matter if you're a star player or a 15th player. Tom Thibodeau will bring that structure and team mentality out there. That look, no one is bigger than the game, and like and make Paulo Banchero and other players who are Magic's top player learn how to play. And Tom and I mean, Thibodeau is known for his defense and making sure he gets best out of the players. So I think Tom Thibodeau will be perfect for this young nucleus.
yeah, that'd be a good one too. That'd be a good pickup. As long as he can coach Banchero, that's the only thing. I think Desmond Bain can be coached pretty well, and I think
I
Wagner
mean,
could
he's a
as
good
well.
player. He's not worth 4 first round pick, man. Desmond Bain's a
Yeah,
really good shooter, right? But
yeah,
he's worth maybe 1 or 2, but not four
yeah.
first round
Not four.
picks, man. I mean, Giannis is gonna be getting 4 first round picks. Where he gets traded to,
Yeah,
man. I mean, they
yeah.
could have got Giannis in that case. If you're gonna give that much
That
asset.
was just crazy when I saw that they traded for that much.
Yeah, man.
All right. I guess the surprise, well, two surprises from this past weekend. So, of course,
No,
first one is
hold
going
on,
to be
hold on. There's another
okay.
news.
What happened?
Dallas hired Ujer.
Okay. Yeah.
That's a huge hire, man. Huge hire. because that brings credibility, right, back to the organization that they lost. Because like credibility was gone because after what happened debacle with Luka Doncic trade, and then after firing, our boy Nico, which his jersey should be retired next year, hopefully by the Lakers. It brings credibility back to the organization because like fans can actually look up to structure and someone they can trust, because Uja will bring some type of respect, right, to the fan base. That's why I feel.
I agree with you. That's a good hire, of course. He's a really good GM. But all all these decisions that happen with Luca trade and all this stuff is not on Nico.
No, it's
That
not.
kind of stuff
It's
is not.
not.
So
No.
so as much as it is, like, do we still trust the Dallas Mavericks owners to make the right decision? You have Mark Cuban out there saying he doesn't agree with anything that's happening in the Mavericks. He wants to buy them back now, and the Mavericks owners are just kind of like, did not want to pay Luca. Like, that's my only thing is like yeah, you can heck, they could put Mike Dunleavy, the GM of what's it called, the Warriors, out there, and it still wouldn't matter. People would still
No,
be
I agree
like,
with you.
yeah, the freaking owners is the people that we can't trust, because not
Exactly. I
as
agree
much
with
as
you.
Nico got shit for it, he was not the shot caller of that group. He was a
Exactly.
fall guy.
Yeah.
No.
Exactly. No, I
But
agree with you, man. I mean, Nico took the fallback on that, right? Because
exactly.
like obviously they didn't want to pay Luka, and
Yeah.
basically Nico had to negotiate a trade to trade Luka and keep it very down low. But the thing was this, right? I don't know if you got a chance to listen to Jeannie Buss's podcast, or not her podcast, but she was on a podcast last week,
Mm.
and she went in detail of like how it went down and everything.
Mhm.
So obviously, I guess it came down to what you said, that the owners did not want to pay Luka. And Nico had a vision, right? And he's like, okay, fine. If I'm going to trade Luka, he always admired AD. He always wanted
Mhm.
AD. Even AD said it too in his podcast too. And so I guess that's where he went wrong, where he identified a wrong player to get back. Like, for example,
Mm.
what could have transpired better in a better way was, like, for example, I know this wouldn't have happened, but instead of Lakers, if Nico would have contacted Minnesota and said that,
Mhm.
hey, do you want Luka, and we can do a straight up deal
Okay.
for Anthony Edwards, right? Like something like that. I think he would have saved his ass,
Right.
and not look too bad, right? And so, but he didn't do that, right? And so that's where everything went down. And I agree with you. The owners did not want to pay him, but I'm just talking from a fan's perspective that they have some type of hope and structure and respectability coming back now, because they know that they'll put up a better team out there. I mean, they had a good
Yeah.
team, to be honest with you. Luke, I get you, but let's see what happens. But I think it was a good hire. He turned around the Denver Nuggets, he turned around the Toronto Raptors, and so he has a good track record, man. I mean, so I like this hire for Dallas.
Yeah. I think the only way you truly win the fans back is if Mark Cuban takes the helm again as maybe the operations person.
No,
And then you have the GM. Like, that would be like, okay, now we know that this is the
yeah,
proper pathway. But
I
I
know.
mean, again, it's a good step in the right direction. I think Ujiri can help bring a good team around Cooper Flag, so that would be a good too. Because I mean, again, they got Anthony Davis for Luca, and then they traded him away for pennies. Like, it's just like, that was the worst way that they could have turned out for the whole
Yep,
Anthony Davis thing.
exactly.
All right, let's get into other matchups. So I
Yeah,
guess one of the big one was definitely the Denver Nuggets losing to the Minnesota Timberwolves
I want to get into
without
this. I
their
want to get
two
into this.
best players, DiVincenzo and Anthony Edwards, not playing in a game 7.
So
And sorry, as in game 6. Sorry, not even game 7, game 6. And yeah, I mean, I have no explanation. No
I want
explanation.
to get into this because I want to. You always gave me a hard time, Tapas. Always freaking gave me a hard time this past year, right?
Yeah.
We were number 3 last year. We faced Minnesota, the team that you wanted to play Keneal, and we got upset by Minnesota. Can I tell you this, man? If LeBron would have laid an egg like that, meaning that even though we lost to Minnesota last year, we lost to a fully loaded Minnesota last year.
Mhm.
If LeBron would have laid an egg with no Edwards, forget DiVincenzo. I don't even give a shit about that guy. He's good, but Anthony F and Edwards is out the past 3 games. 3 games out of the 6 games, he was out 3 games. Well, technically 2.5 games because he went out in the fourth.
Yeah. Yeah.
But you would have. Come on, man. Jokic is not getting that much criticism, dude. And people consider Jokic a top 3 player in the league right now, man.
Why would Jokic get criticism? He was a
I
triple
mean,
double.
it's not even about that though,
What
man.
more do you want the kid to do?
Doesn't look what I'm trying to say is that get your team to win this game. It doesn't matter what you have to do. I'm not saying average triple double. Do whatever the hell you have to do, right?
He's out there doing everything he needs to do. You know who
He had a bad
needs to
shooting.
get most.
He had a bad shooting. He had a bad shooting.
He was 11 for 19. That is not a bad shooting night.
That last game, yeah, he was 11 for 19 probably.
Yeah.
But if you look at overall the series, he didn't have a good series.
No, the person that needs to get the most shit
Jamal Murray.
Jamal Murray. That is the reason why.
Yeah, but again, like Tapas, now can you put some respect to the fact that we lost last year to a fully loaded Anthony Edwards team? I mean, it's still better looking as what happened this year, right? Debacle that Denver put in, right? I'm
not giving him respect because that Anthony Edwards team was better than this year's team was, right? Last year's team was, and we barely got one game against them, right? It was a gentleman's sweep pretty much last year, no?
Yeah.
So I'm still not, but this is as disappointing. I get what you're saying is that, like, yeah, the Lakers also lost, so the Timberwolves are underrated maybe, right? And so the Lakers should also get some grief too. Well, I think in this situation, this is the same thing that happened last with Lakers. Like, maybe the Nuggets were just not good. Maybe this new coach is so focused on offense and not know they were the worst defensive team in the playoffs in the top 8. They're the worst defensive team.
I know. But dude, this team has so many good acquisitions.
I know.
What's his name? Cam Johnson or whatever his name is. I mean,
he's the only one that he was the only one that was willing to show up for Jokic. Cam Johnson actually played very well this series. It was just Jamal Murray and 4-17. You just cannot have that happen. Cannot have it happen.
I'm just shocked that Denver is eliminated. That was one of my teams to come out of the West because they're loaded. Tapas, like I didn't think how you're gonna beat them. Like this is insane. Like you have Aaron Gordon, you have Cam Johnson. If I'm saying his name right, you have Jamal Murray, Jokic. I mean, you have Peyton Watson who's injured, but still, like, and you have the both Brown brothers.
Yeah,
Christian Brown and Bruce Brown. They're both in it. You know, they're back. Yeah. Like. This was loaded team. You lost to Minnesota without.
I know that's inexcusable. That is. And people will say, "Oh, they were missing Aaron Gordon." All that doesn't matter. Like Jokic and Jamal Murray with just a bunch of varsity players should be able to beat that Minnesota team without Anthony Edwards.
Exactly, right? Game 6, man. Honestly, dude, I'll tell you right now, man. If they even think about to fire Chris Finch, they're the dumbest fucking organization ever. I'm sorry. This guy, in the past 2 years, forget the season. He hasn't coached well during the season because I don't know what he does. Right. But in the playoffs, man, actually, I want to go back to past 4 years in the playoffs, has done a magnificent job. I know they have nothing to show for. They have nothing to show for. They haven't made the finals, but they have defeated Denver Nuggets when they won the finals. The next year, they got them in Game 7. They defeated Denver Nuggets again. They played Lakers well. Like this team overachieving the playoffs like crazy, and they never even had a top 4 record. And like Chris Finch, salute my brother. Like that's the hell of a coach right there, man. I'm telling you.
No, he is. I mean, Jaden McDaniels showed up, and like the fact that again, even though Denver was down 1-3, they were still favored to win this year. Come back all the way to Game 7.
We both picked it. We had the podcast that day, Tapas, and Denver game was just starting, and we're like, hey, we know that, or it was gonna start, and we were like, hey, look, even though it's 3-2, it's going in Game 7. Denver's gonna win today in Minnesota. We both were like confident, and dude, the fourth quarter, and I will give my flowers to Jaden McDaniels, my man.
Yeah.
After game, what was it? After game 2 or 3 or whatever it was, he came out and went straight at Denver Nuggets, saying that I was like, wow, saying that they have soft defense. Mm-hmm. They have no one plays defense. You go straight at their body. They can't guard you, and this guy. Talk to talk, but walk to walk, my man. Like that's insane, dude. It's insane.
He had a monster game. I mean, again, that was definitely a surprise. If you're the Denver Nuggets, right? If you're Jokic, are you looking at this now? You're like, is this coach it? Is this team it? Is Jamal Murray the guy that's going to bring me another championship? Or do you think he started looking around and say, hey, it's my best friend. he may need a partner in crime. But should I just wait it out? What do you think? What do you think happens?
The rumor says that he's going to sign that extension, the long-term extension, I guess. That's what the rumor has. That's what Sham Charania said it. They said that Sham also said that the coach is safe. And beyond that, nothing is safe. So meaning like, the roster construction, Jamal Murray, no one's safe, right? But in my view, like, if you know what I would do to fix this, I mean, I think Jokic will stay. He's the type of player that he will stay. I would love him on the Lakers, but I don't think he will want to.
Yeah,
He's
he
not the type of
seems like
player that he wants to leave.
a loyal player. Yeah,
Like a Dirk Nowitzki. You know what I would do if I'm Denver right now, man? I know this is not gonna happen. If I'm Denver Nuggets, I'll get on the call right now to Phoenix Suns, saying that, hey, look, we'll include Jamal Murray, and also
Booker?
we'll overpay, get 2 first-round picks. We'll give you that. Give us Devin. Same
Is
players.
Book worth it though?
Same players, but Devin Booker.
Yeah, he's big.
He's not gonna
he'll show up. Yeah, he'll show up.
If his shot's not falling, man, he'll go to free throw line 10 times.
Yeah.
I will do whatever I can to get Devin Booker on that team with Jokic. And again, I mean, they're both young players. They're both same age, kind of, So it's like, Phoenix Suns has something to build with too, So I don't know. That's what I would do.
I also heard another rumor. You're probably going to like this. That LeBron's thinking about the Denver Nuggets.
I love it. Fuck yeah.
I mean, him, Jokic, Jamal Murray, he could probably sign a minimum, right?
If he wants to go to,
interesting.
If he wants to go to Rocky Mountain, let him.
That team is a playmaker away, and then everyone starts on defense with her, so LeBron fits right in,
You know what's funny, man? I hate saying this, but what's the one player they missed this year that no one's talking about for Denver Nuggets, man? Is Russell Westbrook.
Oh yeah.
Like it or not, man. Because when it came down to have a guy who has a ball, because like Jokic did everything, right? Like you said, this team was perfect for Westbrook because they have shooters all around, and he could have did playmaking, man. And they needed a guy who can like take someone off the dribble, like Minnesota. Minnesota has young legs; they have young players, Yeah. Jamal Murray couldn't do that. Nobody else could have done that. Westbrook could have done that. He did that last year, and like he signed for like $2 million or $3-4 million, whatever. They couldn't get him back, man. Like, I mean,
yeah, they could have gotten him back. I agree with you there. I think they needed somebody like a vocal leader to like get in everyone's face, like, yo, we gotta wake the hell up. We're the Denver Nuggets. We gotta do things right. I think their old coach was like that. Mike Malone was like that, and I think Jamal Murray did not like his coaching style because it was too hard on the players. But that's what you need, I think, sometimes in this kind of situation. This is the kind of stuff that Mike Malone would have never blown this league.
Oh hell
right?
no!
I don't think that would never happen.
Hell no.
And I agree with it. Someone like a Russell Westbrook, someone that gets under people's skin, like a Chris Paul, even would be good for this team to like motivate them. Be like, yo, wake the hell up! We got to get out there.
We're a better team, man. We can come back and win this. Come on, let's go.
Yeah, I agree with you there.
I mean, technically, they only had to win Game 6, right? That's all they had to do. Win Game 6.
Yeah.
Game 7, they're gonna win that game. It's at home.
Exactly.
So I'm surprised Denver is out, man. I'm just my bracket is busted like crazy in the West, but shit.
I mean, I think both of ours got busted this past weekend. So the other game that busted it was definitely the Boston Celtics losing to the Sixers.
My 2 teams that were coming out of to make the finals, man. Remember my 2 teams? You
jinxed them.
I guess I did, man. Boston Celtics, dude.
Boston Celtics losing Game 7 against Sixers. I mean, Tatum ended up having to miss the game for some reason, right? Game 7.
Still better.
I forgot what the reason was.
You're still better. He had a calf strain. That's what ended up happening.
But they're still a better team without him.
But like, Tapas, do you want to know a fun fact? Honestly, I'm happy today because Boston lost. I hate Celtics. Yeah, I just freaking hate Celtics. I'm so happy. Fun fact: they have never blown a 3-1 lead. Never.
Boston has never blown them?
Never blown a 3-1 lead. First time ever in franchise history they blow a 3-1 lead.
Yikes.
I love it. I love this Boston people, being all cocky and shit. I mean, that's what you get, man. I mean, this is insane. If you have Derek White shooting 26 times, you're not going to win this ball game, brother. I'm sorry. Derek White shot 26 times, man. But let's talk about, I mean, do you remember our podcast back in October, Tapas? We always do for every season, we always do like basketball, football, baseball. We always do a hot take, meaning like something that you.
Okay.
No, you could go back. It's on the tape. But it's called a hot take. It's not something that is gonna happen. You can't pick OKC coming out of the fucking West. I mean, that's gonna happen. A hot take that you think that it could happen if they stay healthy, right? Kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
What did I say back in October?
The Sixers going to the finals, or Sixers going to?
No, Sixers will make the Eastern Conference Finals, right? If they stay healthy, or make the finals if they stay healthy. Because this team, this is before even VJ Edgecombe even played one game for Sixers, regular season game. This team, if healthy, are pretty loaded. Like if they have pretty solid roster. Because if Embiid can play, I always told you, if Embiid can stay healthy, man, there's no one on this goddamn freaking NBA can guard him. I'm being honest with you, man. If he can, because he's the only player besides Jokic. The only thing that Embiid has that Jokic doesn't have, Embiid is more dominant. I know you're gonna be shocked by me saying that. Embiid is more dominant than Jokic is. Embiid will enforce his will. He will get what he needs.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying?
Okay, so he's more okay. I see. Not necessarily a better player, but more dominant, as in more assertive.
Exactly. He will get for example, how Rudy Gobert was playing that defense on Jokic, and there's a couple of times Jokic did this, and then he passed it away, right? If that was Embiid, you know what Embiid would do? He'll still take him inside and just be more enforcer in that way, right? And he'll get that foul on Rudy Gobert. He wouldn't let Rudy Gobert stay there. You know what I'm saying? So my thing was, if Embiid can stay healthy, and this team with Maxey and VJ and Kelly Oubre and down the list, right? Man, Paul George, they have a solid team that can go up against anybody in the East, man. That's the reason. Not in the West, in the East. They matched up well against Detroit. They matched up well against Boston. They matched well up. Dude, there's no one they can guard them. Even New York, they can't. You know what I'm saying? Because even Mazzulla said after the new press conference, the game was over. What was the difference? It's like Embiid was an addition. They had no answer for Embiid. Even Jaylen Brown said there was no answer for Embiid, and that's the thing, man. Embiid played like that superstar. They signed him for the $270 million, man. So if Embiid stays healthy against his New York series, dude, there's no way anyone's guarding Embiid. You telling me Cat is gonna, dude? He's gonna eat Cat for fucking breakfast. That guy is weak as hell, dude. I'm telling you.
It depends on which Embiid you get. You get this Boston Celtics Embiid that was very, very aggressive, like you said, very much down low post.
Exactly.
Or do you get the Embiid that wants to just hang out by 3-point line?
But see,
that's the other Embiid you get, and that's the one that I'm not a big fan of, because
I agree
like
with
you said, he is a very good dominant player. He can do whatever he wants down there. No one can guard his shot. He has a very high release and everything. But
I agree with you.
Sometimes he just does not want to go down there. He wants, he falls in love with the three. He makes one or two, and he's like, I'm just gonna sit right here the whole game, So that's my only thing, is like the X factor in this series is gonna be which Embiid shows up. As far as the Celtics go, I mean, I think you and I both kind of agreed they did also overachieve a little bit this year, right? We didn't expect them to make it this high into the seeding. We didn't expect them to make it this far. So they did overachieve, and maybe now with Tatum come back, for fully healthy Tatum next year, they'll be back to being where they were before. But nonetheless, this was still a very bad loss for Boston, because even at where they are right now and how they had showed up this whole year, you cannot have this kind of result, especially against when you're up 3-1. You're up 3-1, cannot lose to the Sixers.
What was the point of Jason Tatum coming back if you're going to go down in the first round? Why not just become a lottery team?
I mean, they were up 3-1 with him.
They were.
I mean, I think the only thing was they didn't expect him to miss Game 7. They were hoping that he's going to be there.
See, this is why people say that when you have a chance to close a team out, close them out, because injuries can happen, right? They had a chance to close them out, and they didn't in that game. What was it? Game 5.
Yeah,
they had a chance to close them out in Game 5. In Boston, they didn't close them down, and they gave Sixers life. And then Tatum in Game 6 got hurt. That's why they could have been fine, man. They would have closed them out in Game 5, right? They didn't.
Yeah.
They fucked around too much. They played around too much. They shot through too many threes, right? They're the one team that will fall in love with threes, and then once they miss, they miss. You know what this Celtics reminds me of, man? You're gonna laugh at me. This Celtics team, the way they love their 3-pointers, they remind me of Houston Rockets of 2018 and 17. Remember that James Harden with
D'Antoni, just chucking up things.
Yeah, it was No, it wasn't D'Antoni. It was I forgot which coach I think it was. It wasn't D'Antoni. It was some other coach. But it was There's
They
just
led the league in
With
three
Chris
pointers.
Paul, with Chris Paul, James Harden, Trevor Ariza, they're just checking up threes. Remember, they're good. They had a
Yeah.
60-win team and stuff. They took Golden State too. Remember, they're up against Golden State 3-2.
Yeah.
You know, they lost. Like, yeah, they just chucked up threes. That's all they did. They fell in love with 3-pointers, and that's all they did, man. You know, they remind me of that team so much. You know,
Yeah, no, I can see it. I can see it. I mean, I think Missoula, as good of a coach he is, sometimes I think he also is very stubborn and not necessarily ready to change his ways for how the game is going. Like you have Embiid out there who is dominant. Like let's find a way to stop this guy because you know if you can, or you let Embiid go off, but don't let Tyrese Maxey and Edge come, and everybody else go off. Like everyone's eating, and like you said, the Sixers are a very talented team, so they're not gonna all have a bad game today. So that was a surprising one too, for sure. 'Cause I think a lot of people had the Celtics going to the finals, not just you.
that's crazy, man. I'm just
Interesting
surprised
though.
Boston and Denver are both out, man. I'm just so surprised. I mean, wow, just insane.
All right, well, let's get into matchups now. So we got second round coming up. Uh, the Thunder against the Lakers. OKC is favored. This is, I don't think I've seen this high. Favored by 15 and a half points to win this series.
They should be. They should be.
I mean, you always tell me, right? You always say, Tapas, don't count out the Lakers. You never know. We can beat this OKC team, right? So let's put your money where your mouth is. Do you believe that this, with the way the Lakers are right now, that we can beat this OKC? You always tell me that. There's always a chance.
No, there is a chance but Luka's not playing, right? I mean, without Luka, I don't see us beating OKC. But like every pundit out there saying that we're gonna get swept by OKC, I don't believe that. I think we can get one game. So. I think we get one game. You know, again, I've seen shit happen in the playoffs where
this year,
doesn't make sense. Like,
the Nuggets, yeah.
You know, like Lakers took a 3-0 lead on Rockets. Boston, you know, taking 3-1 and losing that. Denver losing. So if Lakers play hard and stop fucking committing turnovers, man, they might have a puncher's chance. But again, this is a really tall task to even come up. Without Luka, man, I give Lakers maybe a game. You know, they should win one game. You know, hopefully. But OKC's gonna get in 5, man. I mean, but. It's crazy odds, man. Like, you see the difference? It's insane. It's like, damn. I don't know, man.
Yeah, I do think Lakers can get one game. But you know, the skepticism around us being the Rockets, like, because you know KD was out, also like you can kind of see maybe the matchup is all right. You know, without KD Rockets and without Luka Lakers, we would be all right. You know. But this Thunder team is a completely different animal. Like this is not even like Rockets, but a little bit better. This is like Rockets, and then like way up there is the Thunder. So I also have a hard time saying the Lakers can win this series. I think we can get a game, maybe 2, if we can get like games. Like, you know, I feel like we'll go down 3-0 and then we'll win one game, like game 4, and then we'll lose in OKC. Yeah, so I think that's probably what's gonna happen. But the way that OKC works, I think they just want to get rid of people quickly. Like I think they're just so aggressive in trying to get rid of, like, you know, get the sweep out right away. So we'll see, but I think we can get one game against.
This series really reminds me of, if I have to like use a comparison, like what series this reminds me of more. This series reminds me of. Do you remember back in 2011, right?
Mm-hmm.
We coming off a back-to-back championship, and our second round opponent was Dallas Mavericks. You know, and we were heavy favorite, right? We Dallas only had Dirk Nowitzki, and they had like all role players like Deshaun Stevenson, Jason Terry. I think like Sean Marion, Jason Kidd were on that team, but they were not in hype of their career. But they're all role players. It was just Dirk Nowitzki and all role players. And Lakers had, you know, Bynum, Kobe, Powell, Lamar, Ron Artest. Like, you know, we had all the freaking everyone out there, you know? Everyone picked the Lakers to win the series easily against Dallas, right? Because during the regular season, Lakers beat Dallas an average of 30 points during the regular season. And no one gave Dallas any shot, you know, to win the series.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not saying it's going to happen, but I'm saying this is how that matchup reminds me of that. Lakers were so heavy favorite. Like, dude, and we got our ass whooped in 5 games by Dallas, right? So another comparison I can give you is the Detroit Pistons and the Lakers in the NBA Finals. No
Mhm.
one gave Detroit any kind of like respect.
Yeah, that Lakers team was
Because
loaded.
Lakers had Karl Malone, Shaq, Kobe,
Gary
Payton,
Payton.
like you get what I'm saying? Like no one gave Detroit any respect, right? They beat the shit out of us in 5 games. So to answer your question that hey, look, I'm the guy who always loved the Lakers, give Lakers a chance. That's why I do see a glimmer of hope is because it's a series, right? If people can get on fire, I saw that Dallas Mavericks team, man, when they caught on fire, they couldn't stop. They even beat the Miami Heat with the
Who in the
trio.
Lakers is catching on fire?
No. I know. I agree with you. But okay, fine. When Dallas beat Lakers in 2011, right? They thought that
Yeah.
they'll be eliminated the next round. They eliminate the big 3, dude, in Miami.
Yeah, I know.
So
I mean,
like
that
they,
was. I
but they
still think
caught
that's
on
the most impressive run ever.
exact.
Yeah.
But they caught on fire though, Tapas. They caught on fire. Like literally, they couldn't miss threes. Like Deshaun Stevenson
I
was like,
know.
I want to say that whole playoff run, Deshaun Stevenson was like 50 for 60 for 3-pointers. Like he missed 10 maybe. That's it. But that's what I'm trying to say. I'm not saying it's gonna happen, but I seen crazy shit happen, Tapas. So
Yeah.
and I will tell you right now, man, Lakers gotta win game 1. You know why? You know why?
Yeah.
No.
Why?
If
Is
Lakers need
it
to
the people who win game one win
no,
80% of the time?
no, and hell no. If you look at the schedule, there's no breaks every other day.
Yeah. It's every other
Until
day.
game 5. Until game 5 every other fucking day, dude. So if Lakers don't win game 1, because this is the biggest rest Lakers will have, which is like 4
Yeah.
days. After
Yeah.
that, Lakers play on Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, Monday, and then Wednesday, and then Saturday. So there's a rest after game 4. So if Lakers don't take game 4, they can get swept because LeBron's not going to be fucking ready to go at all. Then, but I do
I
feel that
mean,
Lakers should be rested, man.
yeah, but I mean, even if you compare regular season, we didn't match up well against this Thunder team with Luca. The
Yeah,
last time we played him, we got
I
blown.
know.
Our ass got blown out by them. If it was a younger LeBron, I would give us a shot, but not. I mean, this LeBron, he has glimpse of that youngness he coming through, but his defense is just nowhere to be found half the time.
So
So,
I want to ask you a
and
question.
then again, I don't expect that. I don't expect LeBron to go out there and play like how he did against the freaking Warriors. I don't expect that, But
I want to ask you a question. So I was listening to Monday morning talks, right? Sports talks about this
mhm,
series, and this has been thrown around a lot. And I know you're very high on Kobe and Michael. They said that if
mhm,
LeBron is somehow able to help Lakers win this series, right? Obviously,
no,
Luka's not joining them until maybe Game 5. I'm guessing, right? If he does come back, so obviously, Luka's coming towards the end of the part of the series. If he does, if LeBron somehow able to defeat this OKC team. No. Hypothetically,
easy to
like
go.
Lou Williams, and all them were like, dude, there's no debate after this. That there's
No,
no
no.
way a 41 LeBron is gonna beat this OKC team. If he
Yeah,
does,
there's no way.
I mean, I don't know, man. It's been
Yeah,
thrown around today. I'll be honest with you. That's been a
I
hot
just
topic.
don't know how like you can become a goat out of winning a series in the second round. I just don't know how that
Dude,
happened.
you see the underdog status there we have, dude? I mean, I'm sorry, dude. Do you see
I
that?
get it. Oh, I get it. We are heavy underdogs against this. I understand all that, but and this happened after we beat the Rockets too. Like when we were up 3-0, LeBron is now the GOAT, all that kind of stuff. I heard all that stuff. So it was like I just don't know how a first round matchup can ever determine you become a GOAT. That is a differentiator between 4 rings and 6 rings. I just don't know how that happened, right? So that's my only thing is like, yeah, it's great, but a part of me always felt like, okay, we may have a chance against the Rockets, but I have zero faith in us against this OKC Thunder. Unless if Shea Alexander and Chet and Jalen Williams all miss the games, then okay, we got a shot. But this not gonna happen, dude. Come on, let's be realistic.
Dude, man, we'll see how the series goes. It's gonna be interesting. But
But hey, if we win game one, oh my god, I can already hear right now. You're gonna come on here and be like, I told you, I told you. I can already hear it.
salute, my man, dude. But I do want to get piggyback to Game 6 though, man. I of Rocket series with this Lakers. We didn't get into it, but I do want to give you credit, man. You called it, man. Lakers will win in Game 6. I didn't have any faith in the Lakers to win in Houston. To be honest with you, as you can tell, I was already thinking about Game 7, not even Game 6. So
Yeah, I know.
But the part that impressed me the most is how Lakers came out, how LeBron came out, the mentality. Like they came out as a killer. You know, they're like, we
Yeah.
want to wrap it up
He
and
was
we're done.
driving the ball, all that stuff. Like
Yeah,
exactly
yeah,
what we want him to do.
exactly. And came out with a killer mindset, man, which is amazing, right? And so
Yeah.
I do want to give that was a great win by them. It was done in second quarter, basically. They had a 20-point lead, they never gave it back, you know.
Yeah.
So I'm just glad to take out of that series. I'm just glad. Look. I won $250 from Vegas. I have that ticket. I showed it to you too. So, but I'm just glad that Lakers didn't blow a 3-0 lead. They're not the
Yeah.
first team ever to blow that. I don't care, you know, that we won the series or not.
Yeah.
I just don't want Lakers or LeBron. I'm a big LeBron fan, as you can tell. I don't want him to have that in his little record that he's the only player to
He's
blow.
already yeah.
He got all the records, good
Yeah,
or
he had
bad.
all the records.
And so I don't want him to have this record. And as a Laker fan, I do not want to be the only team in NBA history that blew a 3-0 lead, man. I mean, New York Yankees are still talked about, you know, the only team to blow a 3-0 lead. So
the Red Sox, yeah.
I'm just glad that, you know, we didn't take it to game 7. I was watching all the game 7s this past weekend, and this weekend was good for me because I did not have to sweat my balls to watch this freaking Lakers play Rockets in game 7.
Yeah.
So,
I mean,
yeah, man.
I told you in the last if we don't win Game 6, we are going to lose Game 7. So I was really hoping we win Game 6 because Game 7 would not have been for us.
Yeah.
Nonetheless, Lakers advance on against the Thunder. Second game of the Western Conference is going to be the Spurs against the Timberwolves. Anthony Edwards is a game time decision. They have
he shot around today. He wasn't shooting
They
around
shot
today.
around, yeah. And they have the Spurs. They're favored by 11.5 points in odds to win the series, which is second highest after Lakers and Thunder. Where do you think this series goes? 6
Honestly,
games, 7 games?
This is gonna go 6, maybe 7, but I think it goes 6. After Timberwolves defeated, which I feel was second best team, maybe even the first best team in the West, which was Jokic and Denver Nuggets. The Spurs are nothing. I'll be honest with you.
Wemby is something else.
He is something else, but like you defeated a freaking crazy good team, man, in Denver, who's more experienced, a championship pedigree team who's out there. I mean, I'm taking Minnesota in 6.
Really?
Yeah, yes, I'm taking Minnesota in 6. They're gonna shock, man, dude. They beat Denver Nuggets without Anthony Edwards, bro. Like, let that sink in. There's nobody out there that can beat Denver Nuggets with their number 1 player out like that.
That's bold, though, dude. Bold. Yikes. Give me the Spurs in 6 in this one.
Come on, man.
I get it. It's amazing. It is amazing what they did to their Nuggets. Absolutely obliterated them. But this Wemby guy is another level. I think Spurs are the only team, and I said this during our recap, they're the only team that I legitimately think that can beat the Thunder. And I can't imagine them losing to the Timberwolves. It'll happen. Crazy things have happened. I don't feel confident in this, and saying that's why I say 6 games. Because if I was really confident, I'd be like, oh, it would be a sweep of 5 games. But I think this would be a 6-game series for sure. Depending on how healthy Anthony Edwards is. Rudy Gobert is going to be in foul trouble the entire time because he's going to have to run around trying to chase Wemby the whole time. So he won't be as defensively locked in. Naj Reid is not going to be able to guard Wemby either. So I think there's a lot of matchup issues with this. Versus against the Nuggets, I think there's a lot more familiar because the Nuggets, at least with Anthony Edwards, he has that knowledge of how to beat the Nuggets. But this Spurs team is just something else. So I think the Spurs will win
this series will be more personal for Rudy Gobert because that video that came out like 7 years ago, him playing 1-on-1 with Wemby was like 14 or something, 15, and like Utah traded him right away to Minnesota. That went viral like crazy. This is gonna be a big series for Rudy Gobert because obviously he's at a peak of his career right now, right? Like prime, and Wemby hasn't even got there yet. But he knows that this is the only shot that he has to kind of compete against Wemby because he might not play against Wemby again, you know. And so I do feel that Rudy Gobert is going to be an important player in this series because like he was for the last series. I'm not saying he stopped Jokic. I'm not saying he did that, but he made life a little difficult, right? That's what you want to do, make life difficult, right? And so if Rudy Gobert can make life difficult for Wemby, and you know, and then you have the Minnesota wing players who can guard, you know, they're shorter players who are 6'4s. I mean, it's gonna be key, man. I'm telling you.
Yeah. No,
This is
I
this
agree
is
with
a
you.
territory that San Antonio has never been in, man.
Yeah.
The only player that's been in this situation, or I don't think he has either. De'Aaron Fox got eliminated in the first round against Golden State when they made it in Sacramento too. So nobody's been in this like this kind of frame except for Harrison Barnes. But Harrison Barnes not that key piece right now. So what can he do, right? So I do feel that Minnesota is playing with such a great momentum, and I feel like they know what they have. They know they beat a really good team in Denver and they know that this is an inexperienced San Antonio team, and they'll take it to them, man. I'm telling you, dude. And so, and then Minnesota and Lakers in the Western Conference Finals. It'll be a rematch of last year's first round matchup. So yeah,
And then on the Eastern Conference side, we had the Pistons against the Cavs. Both teams that Cavs look very shaky. They barely beat the freaking Raptors. And Pistons also had to have incredible come from behind in a historic collapse by the Magic. So this series is it's the lowest odds as far as Detroit is favored by only 3.5 points to win this series. So,
dude,
where are you at with the
Cavs in
Cavs in what, six?
six. I mean, dude, honestly, Detroit barely got over the huddle with Orlando Magic, a weaker team.
I know.
And that to come back. Look, man, I like Cade. Cade is a superstar, man. What he did in the series was amazing. They don't have a second best player. I mean, they have Tobias Harris play out of his mind. I don't think Tobias can play again like that. I mean, he'll play good. Not what he did against fucking Orlando, He'll play good.
Right.
But dude, Detroit doesn't have that second piece. And Duran, bro, he's already in Cancun, I think, I don't know where he's right now. And when he gets the ball, he reminds me more of Kwame Brown. Like, he doesn't know what to do with the ball. He's playing hot potato with the ball. Like, right when he gets the ball, right when he gets the ball, he wants to give it back. Like,
right.
It pisses me.
Why give me his ball?
It just pisses me off that it was Wendell Carter Jr. that you're going up against. Dude, don't you have a move you can do? Go down low and get a foul? He doesn't. I don't know if you saw this game. He just gets the ball and wants to give it back.
Yeah.
So if he struggle against Carter Jr., what is he gonna do with my man
Evan Mobley,
and Jared Allen?
Jared Allen, yeah.
Nothing, man, nothing. So I have Cavs in 6, man.
You're gonna hate me for saying this. Pistons in 6.
I can't see that, dude. Tapas, I can't see that. Explain why, dude. They have no second option to help Cade. Cade's not gonna score 30 points every game. That's gonna be tough, dude. How are you gonna?
One thing that the Cavs struggle with, especially James Harden, is physicality. Last year, the more physical team was the Pacers, and they beat the hell out of them. Right. And I think they just don't do well. Donovan Mitchell does not like physicality whatsoever. He likes open space floor. So, and I think that's one thing that the Pistons do really well. And I think Pistons and Magic were both very similar in that they're both very physical defensive team. I think because of that, the Pistons will be able to slow down the Cavs. This would be a close series in my opinion. Again, I could be completely wrong. Maybe I'm overhyping the Pistons, but I just feel like this matchup, and we're bound to see a James Harden sighting where he completely collapses and lets down his team. So this is probably gonna be the series where it's gonna happen. So I think the Pistons in 6, maybe 7. Be close though.
Yeah.
I know. I just this Cavs team, after seeing how they play against the Raptors didn't have their best player play. I mean, very good at the BI the whole game, the whole series,
and they still took them 7.
They still went to game 7.
Hey, fun fact: Donovan Mitchell has never made the 3rd round.
There you go. He's bound for 2nd round, so we'll see. Well, I guess this will probably be the most entertaining series of the playoffs so far.
It's gonna be close,
the Sixers against the Knicks. I don't know where to go with this one. I feel strongly for both teams. What's your take on it?
So, Tapas, I know you always make fun of me, but in football, how when my favorite team is Rams, my second favorite team is Dallas, right? How about them Cowboys? Basketball is Lakers. Who's my second favorite team in the NBA? Knicks, right? And I don't know if they can win this series. I'm going with I don't think they can. I'll tell you this right now, man. If Embiid is playing how he played against Boston, like you said,
no shot.
there's no one who can guard him. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And the thing is this: the last 3 minutes of that Boston game, it wasn't Embiid that took over. It was Tyrese Maxey that took over.
Mm-hmm.
Because everybody was Boston was so keyed in on fucking stopping Embiid for the last 3 minutes that Maxey got open.
Yeah.
Vijay Edgecombe played so well game 2 in Boston. So he played so well in the elimination game 7. He's a X factor, right? He can knock down shots, right? They have PG, right? PG is actually a fourth option. If you told me PG is a fourth option on any team, bro, that team is scary as hell to me. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I know I make fun of PG all the time. He has no pressure. He can score 11 points and have that impactful 11 points. You know what I'm saying? So when PG is your fourth best player, dude, tell me how New York is gonna guard Philly. Just I don't understand. If Embiid is healthy and he plays like this,
that's the thing.
how's New York gonna guard him?
That's the thing, though. Is Embiid going to be healthy? We don't know. This is the thing with every single. It's like Kawhi Leonard, right? The Clippers. Like if he's healthy, Clippers could have been one of the best teams in the West. Right? You just don't know. And that's the thing with Embiid. You don't know if you're going to get a healthy Embiid. I agree with you. If it's a healthy Embiid, I give Knicks no shot. But if it's the Embiid that we've seen where he has good game, bad game, good game, bad game, I give the Knicks a shot.
But I do see that Embiid is like 80%. You know, I do feel that he's motivated to prove everyone that he's still that elite player. Dude, they're hungry, bro. I'm telling you, the Knicks. I don't see anyone, even 70% Embiid can't guard him. Mitchell Robinson can't even guard him. No, throw anybody at him. No one can guard him, man. I'm telling you, this series is gonna come down to when Anunoby is gonna guard Embiid because he's the most physical player.
Yeah.
And I'll be honest with you, man. Jalen Brunson is gonna have a hands full on defense.
Yeah, Eshim's a good defender.
I mean, to be honest, when he has to play defense, actually, Jalen Brunson, because you have to guard Maxey, maybe you have to guard maybe VJ Edgecombe.
They'll find a way. They'll find a way to hide him. Maybe they'll put Josh Hart on him.
Okay, on that starting five, who's he gonna guard? Kelly Oubre.
He's long.
Kelly Oubre can take his ass down low, right? Dude. I want to see how Brunson plays defense. Look, I'll tell you right now, VJ Edgecombe is an athletic wing player. He can freaking take him off dribble. If you put PG on, I mean, if Brunson guards PG, that's over too. Maxey, you know how good he is, and Kelly Oubre will take him too. So I want to see I want to see what Mike Brown does with this defense. You know how.
Yeah, that's the thing. Because I mean, they went 2-2 in regular season, right? They split the series. I think Knicks did have a blowout. I think they blew them out one time, like 30 something. So that was when without Embiid, of course.
The last time Philly defeated New York in the playoffs, in the second or beyond rounds, was 1982, I think.
Yeah, here's my take, right? So I think the Knicks win this series because I'm always, you know me, I go by what have you done in the past, and with Embiid, unless he can show me a good complete series where like if he plays healthy and he plays like himself the whole series, then I'll say they're gonna go to the finals for sure. They'll probably give the Thunder a hard time, right? I haven't seen that yet. So for me, I have to believe that that's not going to happen. And so I give the Knicks the series win, but maybe at 6 or 7 points. It won't be close. It'll be a very, very good series overall. But what I also think is if the Knicks lose, it's also a good thing for them because they're going to be like, Giannis, Jalen Brunson's going to be calling, Draymond called KD, we need you, man. We need you to see
the parking lot. Brunson's gonna call the parking lot.
Brunson came in the parking lot. Giannis, you gotta get out of here, man. We'll trade you, Cat. You just come over here, like so. There'd be a win-win for them no matter what happens. But I do feel like the Knicks win this.
Philly has a better coach, experienced championship coach, right? He was one with Toronto. Yeah, and they're a deeper team, I think, in my view. They have more impact, right? And I do feel that Philly they're just juggernaut right now, man. And I just feel that this series has been so competitive in the regular season, and they just hate each other. And the thing is this, right? Boston was better than New York. The way I say it, Boston was better than New York. Without Embiid, Philly was able to win Game 2 without Embiid at all, right? Mm-hmm. So there is a chance that Philly can still win one game without Embiid's, contribution like heavy, right? Like Maxey and VJ can go off, right? And so I just love Philly so much in the series, man. I'm telling you, they're just
I know.
I'm telling you. And
I
honestly,
agree with you.
if Philly can, I'll tell you, I'm going on a limb right now, man. Going off the limb, whatever you call that shit. If Philly can beat New York Knicks, they're going to the NBA Finals.
Yeah, yeah. This is the Eastern Conference Finals, in my opinion.
Because
This is
there's no way Cleveland or Detroit is beating Philly. I'm
yeah,
telling you right now.
yeah.
And this team is going to the
I agree.
NBA Finals, like it or not. I'm telling you. So
I agree. I agree with
I'm
that.
just telling you, man. Philly is
Whoever
just
wins this series is going to go to the final. That's for sure.
exactly.
And then probably get their ass kicked by the Thunder, but
or the Lakers, for sure.
Or the Lakers, right? Wilder things have happened fast.
You know what happens? I can't wait till Lakers win this series. I need you to I don't know what to do, but you're gonna do a lot of shit for me. That's what I gotta say to you, man.
Like I said, it's never happened, so I don't have to worry about it. I would rather go wait outside for a meteor to hit the freaking earth than Lakers winning. But again, if SGA gets injured or he's out or everybody in the OKC is out, yes, Lakers have a really good shot. And then somehow we go against Wemby in second round. Wemby's out the whole Spurs. Yeah, dude. Then you know the script is in full effect for sure. The script.
Hey, didn't what's his name? Jeffrey Espin or whatever his name is. The guy who got
Epstein, yeah.
Remember they had that thing out who's going to win the NBA Finals and Lakers were supposed to win it this year. Remember that file that came out that leaked that Lakers were going to win the 2026.
That's how you know LeBron is in the files, huh? LeBron is in the Epstein files for winning the championship. But yeah, nonetheless, dude, crazy first round. I think second round we have two really good matchups in terms of I think San Antonio and Timberwolves would be a good matchup, and Knicks and
I agree with you.
Yeah, those two games, and we have those games tonight, which would be awesome. So it'll be fun to watch. And we'll see where we end up doing finals. You never know.
That's the reason I want to do a podcast before the second round started. We have so much to recap, so much to recap, and so much to preview. And so I wanted to get it ahead of the game before the game even started because I don't want it to be how Rookie of the Year happened this year, where our opinions are not good because we had a chance to look at that first game of the two series. Right. I don't know if you heard about the Rookie of the Year because Colin Knippel made the playing game and he was horrible, and they were waiting up on Luka's verdict about he's gonna get that eligibility or not.
Mm.
The writers had a couple of days extra, and that's when the playing happened, and Colin Knippel shed his bed, and he didn't win the Rookie of the Year. Yeah, because they saw what happened during the they're not supposed to take that into account, but they did because it was available, and so that's why I wanted to get this pod in before the games even started. Yeah, I want to come back to it and see how we're doing. You
never know. It could be freaking Sixers and Timberwolves win tonight. I'd be like, I don't know what's happening. And those two will probably go
7-game series, man. That's the thing. There's 7-game series.
For sure be 7 games.
No, I'm saying this is like a 7-game series. It's gonna go up and down, man. It's gonna look good. It's gonna look bad. It's gonna look good. It's gonna look bad for every team, right? Yeah. Let's see how it goes. Lakers are heavy underdogs, like crazy.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen a bigger spread like this.
It's crazy. I think if I'm not right, I have actually here. I have the spread. So here's a spread, man. This is insane. I had to take a picture of this shit. Lakers are minus 1,200. No, sorry, no, plus 900.
Damn.
OKC is minus 1,600. So that means if you bet $100 on Lakers, you get $900.
Yeah. Crazy.
The other side, you have to bet $1,600 to win $100.
Yeah.
Holy shit, man. This is insane.
Are you betting $100? You like it in the first round?
Dude, if I was in Vegas, I would have put it. I'll put $50. I won, right? I won my.
Yeah. That's the thing. Like you're on a hot streak. You should.
No, I mean not hot. I mean I just had a feeling that we're gonna be Houston, regardless of what the hell happened, man. No one believed it, So
yeah, that was crazy. Houston. I mean, the fact that we won Houston is also an accomplishment itself. I give us no shot there too, but
exactly, man. Me either. Without no Luka or Austin Reeves, that's huge, man.
When is Luka expected to be back? I would like to ask you.
So they're saying that Luka has done like on-court activity a little, but he's still now on track to play like 3-on-3, 4-on-4, and so they said that he's still gonna be out until like probably Game 5.
Yikes.
Yeah, so he's gonna be out first week for sure. They're saying first week is out for sure. He said no matter what. So it's like week-to-week basis. So I think depending on how like you said, right? Depending on how the series is, like okay, if the series is like 2-2, then I see him coming back.
Mm-hmm.
If it's anything worse, like 1-3 or 3-0, he's not coming back. I'm sorry, he's not.
Yeah,
there's no point.
If we're down 3-0, it's Sorry, Luca.
Or
You
even
just chill.
or even 3-1. There's no point in bring him back if it's 2-2, you know. And so like that's the way I see it. I mean, we're not expected to win even with Luca, to be honest. This is OKC, man. They're a freaking juggernaut, dude. So
yeah, crazy, man.
I'm excited.
All right, well, let's end it there.
Let's do it, brother.
All right, we'll get back to you guys next week. Until then, Brown Balls, we are out.